then you can continue working with them whenever they do an offer or anything like that. But, again, it's, one of those things that we had gotten a really overwhelming response, really positive to continue to go. And that was enough for us to sit there and say, okay, we'll follow that.
Yeah, follow that energy.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to see my magic wand? You want to hear the story?
Are you going to start the recording?
I started the story.
Okay. Are you going to start? Give us the ID. Are you going to do station ID?
What's a station ID?
Basically, hi, this is, and we are.
We are station ID 111.
Ay.
Shut down some browser windows here.
Good morning.
All right, here we go.
Just tell everyone which show they're joining.
Oh, is that what you're waiting
Yes.
for? Okay, let me. Hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer Blackard.
And I'm Leonka Reyna.
And this is the Hot Hustle Show. Today, we are going to talk about magic and some of the magic that happens with the earth and the cycles on the earth.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, I noticed something over the weekend, and I think Masami has gotten me more into the moon.
Yes.
And in this moon cycle, I realized that as we hit the full moon, not only did we complete the summit, but we also, that little dog that I was babysitting went back home, which was very sad, and lots of tears were shed over the weekend. Missed the little squeaking dog. She was such a cute little tiny thing. And I like that puppy energy, sort of, until my my elder dogs, who aren't really that elder, they're like 4 and 7. They were exhausted on Sunday. They just slept all day, and we did too. We're like, oh, thank goodness we didn't have to get up at 5 a.m. with a squeaky dog. So,
I imagine.
So that cycle ended, and then my actual menstrual cycle started and ended over the weekend.
Wow.
So, which I guess is a little TMI for you guys, but I, that was just another awareness of, gosh, all these things have been cycling around me, and they all ended right with the full moon. And I thought, geez, this is just like, really interesting. And so we got talking about the Schumann resonance, the earth heartbeat, and the moon over the weekend. And I just felt like it was really magical to follow the flow of the moon. So I think within these events, we're going to start talking a little more about cycles of the moon, and
we'll give you a report in the morning.
Yeah, now it goes in from this full moon, it goes into the waning gibbous. And in the waning gibbous, it's all about preparation for what's happening next. So now we are continuing to do this event. So we're going to have to prepare for
what's next,
our next magical steps.
Yeah.
And I hope that you guys are a contributing part of that.
For sure. And as far as the Schumann resonance, I mean, one of the things I think is really important about the show is that we have lots of different people that are joining us, and people that are, pretty much identify with maybe being a little bit, French, if you will, and also really resonant with the earth. And so one of the things I thought would be important is because the Schumann resonance is considered kind of the heartbeat of the earth. And according to the Heart Math Institute, the earth has, pretty stable Schumann resonance. And when we get these coronal mass ejections from the sun, which is what we had one of the largest in this solar cycle. So the sun has a solar cycle every 11 years, and it had a coronal mass ejection that was Earth facing, and Earth-ish facing, and it created solar geomagnetic storms. And so as a result of that, and it being very large, it not only got here a little bit sooner, but it also created a lot of charged particles in our atmosphere. And when you look at the Schumann resonance, or you look at the heartbeat of the Earth, it started to go just really off the charts. And you can see this. You can download some apps that show the Schumann resonance and just really look at the correlation. Now, to take it a step further, and why we were talking about it in the future, is if you overlay the data from the solar cycles every 11 years, whenever those solar cycles get heightened, they have seen studies show that, some data shows that there are lots, maybe that might be a time of heightened war, or there have been usually events that'll happen during that heightened season. For example, like 9/11 during a height of a solar cycle. And so what they have also found at the Heart Math Institute is that not only does the Earth kind of go like,
Up
a
and
little
down.
bit, a little bit crazy, that the actual heart rate of people. Increase during the time of, solar activity, increased solar activity. So it is by no accident that we also have the energies of the solar eclipse, the total eclipse, basically all around this time frame, and that very heightened and largest coronal mass ejection since the last 11-year solar cycle. So that is my report. And with that, I just was thinking about a lot of the people that are kind of you're all energetically connected, and you are all, I believe a lot of people on this line really know that they are, or they can kind of feel that they are. And so it's important to also know that if you're feeling agitated or antsy or anxious, that, just give yourself some grace. There is a lot of energy moving. And if you want to take that a step further, your DNA is upgrading. So that can be super exciting. But at the same time, like I couldn't sleep, and then I felt really tired, and then I felt anxious, and then I felt like all of these different emotions that, and just like weird, and headaches. And so these are all things that, if you're feeling this type of way, get out in nature, walk, please ground. I mean, that's a really big one. Also, drink lots of water, really good water too. Just take time, take deep, deep breaths, and center yourself. Come to morning shows like this, right? So lots of stuff like that. I'll get a little bit more.
Clear the noise.
Yeah, clear the noise, do a meditation, go within. It's important. Just know what's going on and just give yourself lots of grace. And I'll get better with reporting this more, with a lot more terms. But the truth is that I just wanted to make sure with how important and how, heightened this is, and during this time, as we head into the eclipse, that you all are kind of just saying, okay, it's not just me being crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's your heart rate. There's charged particles in the Earth's atmosphere. So there you go. That's your little bit of grace.
Yeah. And I guess, like, even when I know with me, we have a beach house that's on an island, you guys. And when I go out there, I can just tell, because all the EMT of the world, there's so much less out there. Just kind of a really cool, yeah. I mean, that's how connected we are to everything, including technology.
Very much so.
Joe was like, natural balance.
Yeah.
Talking about natural, I got the survey results from yesterday, and we are going to talk about rest and be taken with wealth. And it's not actually going to be called that. It's going to be called something like flow with wealth, I think. But I was sitting with it and meditating with it, and it's going to be on a natural bridge, the visualization is.
Yeah.
And we're going to bring in some of the natural elements as we go through that.
See,
So
that'll
that
be important.
it's coming in Thursday. Thursday at this time, it's going to be a 1-hour thing. We're just going to, have a couple little bit of hellos, and then we're just going to go right into it. And usually after, then you're just going to want to chill out. You guys will get the recording of this. I'm remastering it with the binaural beats, and we'll decide. So some of them have different frequencies that go with that. So we'll kind of decide what frequency we want with that
Yeah,
one.
that's lovely.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about that. It's just going to be me and y'all, and we are just going to take off in adult story time.
Oh, I like that.
And then
Very
you
much
guys
so.
can have it and use it every night and this, that, and the other. So that's what's
exciting.
happening on
Yeah.
Thursday.
Okay.
And so my magic wand, I never did show it to you guys.
Well, let me see. I'm curious. So for the people that were joining us, tell us the story.
The little bit of background story is my son, last September, it was right after Labor Day, on a whim, they found out that they could pet sit little kitties in different places in Europe and have free homing.
Oh, wow.
So they were like, well, we're, 24 and 26, let's go on a trip. And so they went on a trip for 6 months in Europe.
Wow, that's
where
so
they
cool.
went, to the Alps and Sweden and Paris and Florence and Rome and back to Paris to meet us and back to London.
That's amazing.
And they just kind of went on this courageous journey.
I love that.
And in that
11.
time, it was like hitting Christmas time, and I wanted to be around family, and his girlfriend's parents wanted to be around family. So her parents and us went to London and Paris together
that's amazing.
for almost 3 weeks. And in that time, I well, thank you, Anita. You have to.
Children over 20
Yes.
question mark? She's like, what?
Yeah, I do. I got married early. But thank you. I'm into skincare.
You do
And it
look
matters.
fabulous, she says. Seriously, you look fab.
Oh,
Yay.
thank you.
Aw.
So yeah, he's 27 this year. His birthday's a day before mine. I had him when I was 20.
That's like almost 30. Like, no
Yeah,
way do you have a child almost. We won't tell her age. We'll just say, she had him when she was like 5.
I don't care. I don't care if y'all
No,
know my
that's
age.
wonderful.
It's kind of good.
Yeah,
So,
it is a good thing.
so we went over there to London and then to well, everyone knows my age because I keep saying perimenopause, and
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like
true.
a later one.
That's true. All the boo, it's magic. Yes.
So yeah, it was magical, especially magical because those of you that know me know that I went on that massive leg injury journey that really was not even resolved by mid 2022. So it was quite the miracle that I could make it about 4,000 or 5,000 steps every day, all over, and flights and this, that, and the other with minimal pain. Although
gosh.
my husband stepped forward and really worked on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while we were there, and one of our trips was from London to Paris. And while we were taking that trip, we hit the main train station at King's Park or whatever it was called, King's Station. And at King's Station, they have Harry Potter pop-up everything because that's actually the station that's in the movie. So I was so, oh my gosh, there's pictures galore, and I should probably post more on the tube.
Oh, totally. Now you have to.
Right? And so you go in the store, and you know how Harry Potter, all the magic wands were set up
King's
there.
Cross Station.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay,
Yes,
thank you.
It's
I knew it was King something.
Marisha.
Yeah, I'm so into. I listen to all these English shows now. And
I love that.
It's so funny because I don't actually, I have to actually put on the English caption. It's such a different language. And I already have trouble with language, if you haven't noticed.
I know that if I lived in England, I would have an accent. Like, that's just how I
because you
am.
pick up like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And I'm so, like, everything's audible for me. So I would, I just think it would be the most funniest thing, though. Like, me walking around with this accent, but
I couldn't even mimic it hardly, but one time I mimicked it. It was like this ongoing mimic. Somebody bumped me on the shoulder and he said, sorry. And I was like, sorry. I mean, it just kind of like took me for a loop because it was like, yeah, I knew he said sorry, but I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
When I went to Italy in 2017, I was really good at excusey,
Oh, how funny.
excusey,
It was funny.
because everything was crowded there.
Yeah.
It's so interesting because we in Texas, like everything is huge. Like
It's very spread out.
even the cockroaches are huge.
They are.
The heat is huge, and we just have space, right? It's just so much the opposite in Europe. I know you've already heard me go nuts about the European heat.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, I would like heat in this flot. In this flot. I would like heat in this apartment, please. So anyway, long story short, when I was in London at King's Cross Station, I went to the Harry Potter pop-up and I got a magic wand and I just energetically felt out and goes, okay, whose is this? And I got Hermione's magic wand when I was there. Oops, and it's upside down. And this is the magic wand that chose me.
Oh. It's pretty heavy, right? Like
It's
got
really
some-
heavy.
Yeah.
It's probably, what do
Am
you
I
think?
supposed to be able to hold it? Like, is it?
I don't know.
Is it etiquette?
Will it accept you?
I think we're pretty good in partnerships, so I think so. I think it's beautiful. It's super, you guys, it's like, has all this carving. It's really detailed. It's gorgeous. It's super gorgeous.
Joe says some of us have a strange accent too. Well, I'm not saying it. I love it. In fact, I wish I could mimic it.
Oh, me too. I think it's
You know,
really
it's
attractive.
so gorgeous.
Yeah, I do too.
I've been watching The Crown, and I tell you, sorry for all the noise. And I just love it so much. I just, it's sort of sad in a way because, it's like jail to me, being king or queen. It seems
Oh, okay. I was like,
you're like nodding.
I'm like, I gotcha.
Absolutely.
Ooh, there's some clearing around that, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, there's some past life clearing on that. Yeah. So everywhere where you in this life or before have felt jailed by your, leadership, and then jailed by your lack of leadership, would you be, it's really leadership. It's like where you were called to step up.
Forced to step up.
Forced.
By
Forced.
birth.
That is a very, very different energy. You're right. Oh, by birth. And you feel like you might be letting anyone down at any point. We'd be willing to destroy and uncreate that now, please. Yeah. Whoa. Dang. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that too that we carry forth that we just don't even know until it starts to bring up an energy, which I felt like very compelled to clear for everyone on the line. And you can take this and do it some more. And then you can also, the beautiful thing about clearing is that you can continue to ask more questions. Eventually you'll get to the point where the questions lead you to, when you're saying what it is out loud, then you will, the words will just automatically start to come from source, from yourself, from subconscious, come through. And what you most need to clear will start to just be making itself available to you.
Yeah.
PSA for today. PSA for today. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
I guess everywhere where I have been told what to do, instead of it actually feeling like my choice, I need to destroy and uncreate. There's something about that, it not being my choice, which in a way, that's not necessarily conscious. That's more egoic when I say it like that. It's like not, I mean, I know how to follow the rhythm, but then I think there's another piece of it that I'm like, if you tell me what to do, I don't want to do it. You know, I had a job last year. We see how that went. I think I'm like seriously unemployable. And I need to be. This is my job. Consciousness says, you do this, you don't do those other things, even though you can make money doing them.
Yes. How many times, I wonder if other people have experienced that too. It's like,
I'd like to hear it on the chat. How many times have you been like redirected back to your purpose? Just kind of give us a thumbs up. I'd like to hear about that.
Jenna, tell us a little bit about redirected. What does it mean? I think that's a really big topic too, right? Like, to be redirected. How do you
I look at it as it just feels heavy. Yeah.
And wouldn't you say that, you know, when we came into Earth, we came in with, you know, pretty clear plans of like, I got this, I'm going to do this, this and this and this. I
don't know, because if the Earth wasn't this fucked up, we wouldn't have a job. Well, although you've got to think.
This is the reason why we raised our hands.
These are the reasons why we incarnated here.
Correct. That's exactly,
to help everybody.
Yep. And everyone on this line, if you think you're not here to help, you are absolutely wrong. Okay, I don't want to make you wrong, but you are
absolutely right.
Absolutely right. And both. No, I mean, look, if you're here joining on this line, you know, I would already venture to say that you are curious. You are one of those that know that there's something bigger to everything, and you are most definitely called and are definitely here to help bringing and fostering a new consciousness. I mean, you're the people that are wanting to make that transformation and change. And
what is it that you know that you're denying or refusing that you know? And if you didn't deny or refuse it, you'd actually truly be it. Anything that doesn't allow that, would you destroy it and create?
Yes.
Take a breath.
Oh.
So today, after we yap for a little bit, we are going to have Maria Martinez on, and she is going to do her light language stuff. And I wanted to talk with her specifically on maybe doing a group one on ushering in the new and ushering in this kind of preparedness of the waning Gibson moon.
Yeah. I love that.
And just see where we go today. But I wanted to especially have her on to talk a little bit about that. And then, as you know, on Thursday, I'm going to do a hypnosis session. It might be interesting. Do show up on time. I'm going to write some emails, make sure I won't be like peeking through one eye and admitting people. But I do go into like, you know, total. I mean, I wrote half the script yesterday and I almost like, it was like, what number are we on? So sometimes even writing the script, I kind of go into that it's like hypnotic states.
Good.
So it should be
juicy.
Deep. It'll be so
Hopefully
deep.
I'll be able to at least be a participant. So I'll be traveling to go see Mama in California. And I can't wait to tell you her story because she's got a fascinating story. She's working at Disney now. But
costume design.
I know.
So
And just a quick version. I mean, this was someone she, you know, struggled with alcohol and dependence and addictions, and now has her master's and is working at Disney. That's the fast version. And I'd love to share her story at some point or have her do it. But anyway, so it just goes to show you that anything can happen no matter what age you are. But I am going to be, going to see Mama, so flying on my way out to California. But hopefully I'll be able to join you as a participant and maybe get blissed out on the way. So I'll be ready.
So you're on a plane.
Yeah.
We don't want you on the line because you'll be a little anxious.
No, I won't be. Fine, I'll mute myself and you won't know who I am.
The energy's still there. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone's welcome. Bring your anxious energy. We will clear the noise and chill you out, man.
Absolutely. You won't even know it's me.
Just gonna log in on a different name.
Yeah, gonna slide on in. No, I think it's gonna be amazing. I've had the privilege of being able to experience your work firsthand, and damn, I'm just saying, I'm here for a different reason because you changed my damn life.
Well, thank you.
Real
This is
talk.
on recording, right?
Yeah, real talk. But it's exciting. I'm excited for you guys to experience that.
Yeah. At some point, we'll do a special show, and it might be within the lounge, but at some point, I think it'd be really fun to actually do a body session so that you guys could receive, while I work on somebody's body. I think that'd be really fun. So we'll see how that goes and when it goes, and
it will. Yeah.
Talking about the lounge, y'all are welcome to join us in the lounge today.
Kind of a tester party,
it'll be like you can see if you want to be a part of it, but it's going to be kind of a round robin where everyone gets a chance to have the stage and to speak and to share, really what they want to get out of the lounge, and and you get to know each other. I feel like I used to do these like small little pods, for the lack of a better word. And just I'd get on the call and it's almost like I didn't even do any talking because everyone wanted to see what everyone else was doing. So it's just like a really cool way to explore. It's the lowest it'll ever be. It's $29 a month right now. We're going to meet Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 p.m. Pacific time. We're probably going to do them together for a while. Then eventually it might split apart where Leonka will do one and I'll do another. And, and you guys can kind of choose what we do. If we want to do a hypnosis on a certain area, then we'll do that. If we want to do energy processing, we'll do that. If we want to talk about bodies and healing bodies, we'll do that. I'm theming this one, the new experience, because I used to have the new wealth experience, and I had kind of got tired of wealth always being there in the middle of it. So it then became new experience. So we're kind of keeping that name in.
Yeah, I
just
like
a
that.
little bit.
I love that, actually.
Yeah.
It'll be, the really cool thing about these types of environments and what I've experienced in being a participant is that I really turned on and up my psychic abilities and my abilities for reading. Now, this was a long time ago, and thus I really attribute my ability to truly tap into someone's energy just because I was around and absorbing and embodying and learned to embody. I mean, this is over the course of my journey. How to really, and I didn't even have to do anything. I mean, eventually I started studying a lot more, but I really walked away from those because it's a contributive aspect. And I know a lot of people on the line that are going to be joining us. I know that you have your own psychic abilities too. You may not have.
Many of you do.
Yeah. You may not know how to fully, charge and activate and call upon them or trust them, but that is something you would definitely walk away with. I mean, yeah. You walk away like a badass. Yeah. Seriously. I mean, you really learn how to just really start to rely on those whispers and trust.
Talking about being a part of the show, my head got stuck on that. I did put out a survey this weekend in the email. I would love if you guys would give your feedback on the survey. Tell me what speakers you liked, what speakers you would like to have.
I know a couple of you've written in.
Yeah, we have gotten a good enough response that I've chosen hypnotherapy. I mean, everyone, well, there was mixtures, but a lot of you guys chose the wealth. So, and that'll go right with my other wealth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
tell me a little bit about the science behind maybe hypnosis.
Is it spam likely? Are they calling you again?
This is why I turned off my notifications, because it would happen during the show, and I don't know why they do.
Mine's
then I
like
was missing
spam
yours.
risk. I'm like, dude, I don't want to be at risk.
Ay. The hypnosis and how isn't it really cool that it's being proven by science now? I think it's all the things that we used to, so many things are being proven by science. And you know me, I love science, and I love being able to support some of these ideas that, we've been learning about and talking about, or maybe willing about for a long time.
Yeah.
And, it just goes to show that, science is finally catching up and being able to prove, what some people have been talking about for ages, ancient.
Yeah.
So it's be exciting to see, what comes away for some people.
I never thought that I'd even go down hypnosis road, because I really thought that I got it all with question and questing.
Yeah.
I used to have this program called Quest, and it was all about whisper mapping and questing, where you just follow the dots, follow the dots, follow the dots. But then when I learned about brainwave states and NLP and how you're basically your subconscious, really receptive, it's really easy for it to change. But it doesn't necessarily change when you're in these beta states or these high beta states. So when I learned that, and I learned the education around it, I was like, I'm in. Let's change.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I've always been, I even somebody dubbed myself along the way as the change agent.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a change ingredient.
What was it that, what was it that specifically, kind of had you sign up for? I know you said that you were like, okay, I'm in. Was there a specific something that, that really jumped out at you for hypnosis?
Gosh, I think I had such good experience meditating first, because I did Joe Dispenza work before before I dove into hypnotherapy. I was all in Joe Dispenza, and then I love Joe Dispenza because you do his meditations in bed, you will fall asleep. He's like, I don't want you to lay down during this. I want you to sit up, right? So that you can go into these deeper levels in your mind through not visualization, but awareness. He will say, can you put your awareness at the tip of your nose? And it's like, okay, you put your awareness there, but did you visualize it? And he's kind of doesn't love the word visualization. And I was doing his meditations, and I was doing them over and over again. And I was kind of going into these deeper states, and I wanted to play more with a different reality, a different narrative. And so that's kind of how it took me. Yeah, that was literally just me following the dots into, I'm not saying one is better, I'm kind of saying do both.
Yeah, I get that.
There's a time and a place, right?
Yeah. Again, and it's also the reason why we felt so compelled to continue to bring various different, guests on the show, various different kind of just processes and ways for accessing more consciousness. Yeah. Just because we all, there might be something that's from here and from there, and maybe I'm not able to receive this way. Or like you said, you're saying do both, right? This is where you are on that journey.
So Hannah asked, when you visualize, do you imagine it happening to your physical body, or do you visualize a version of yourself? And you do both, technically. So, if you want a hotter physical body, Haute.
Haute.
Haute, that stretches stuff and everything, then usually you pull in that body instead.
In your mind.
Yes. You will, I will have you imagine walking down a path.
Okay.
And I like to get into the nitty gritty details. Sometimes
in a hypnosis, right? So, walking down a path.
Sometimes you're barefoot, you're holding your shoes.
So
You
super
imagine,
detailed.
you can imagine what shoes you have, and I'll leave out some of those details because different if it's a man or a woman. It's not
Right.
always sandals, or sometimes men would reject sandals. So you've got to be like really clear on the
Interesting.
suggestions.
Yes.
Because it's got to,
They
now if I was working with an individual, yeah, let's put in all those specifics.
Ooh,
What
Haute
are their
sizzle body. Sorry.
what?
Anita said a Haute sizzle body.
sizzle
Yes.
body, yes.
Yes, I'll have that. But go ahead. Sorry. And so.
Yeah. So I mean, it's all it's the amount of details you can put in a group. And I do script them because, as you've noticed, my language has all these ums, you knows, and likes, and I don't want to have people listening to these later with the binaural beats behind it, and I'm like pausing, going, and now.
But it sounds like they're very also almost channeled in the way that you said, because when you're writing out the script, because
Well, so it's whisper mapping, because I get the inkling, hey, I want the audience to contribute, so I put out a question on a survey. You respond, I respond to the question, and then I go out into the universe and play the same way. Okay, question, if we were going to call it this, what type of elements come through, right? Like I said, it's going to have some natural, I think a natural bridge, natural elements, a waterfall.
fun.
Yeah. So,
Looking forward to the.
but you do need to be in a safe place. Don't do this at work. Don't do this while driving. I mean, this is deep work. It can be. And I'm really hoping that you, even if you can't join us, you'll take the MP3 and listen to it at night, because
Absolutely.
That's how change has happened for me.
I knew this guy who I used to follow, and he actually sold me a program. It was all about monetizing. I think it was like a marketing project. And I was working in marketing at the time. And so I kind of followed him we became friends on Facebook or whatever. And his girlfriend was a hypnosis, and she had him actually like record his own voice. She gave him, hypnosis to follow along, and he documented his story, right? Like, so I sat there and read it, and he also showed, like, she had him then record his own voice, and then he would start to do those eventually. Anyway, I just remember looking, and like his before and after was, oh my gosh, y'all, it was like, I can't even explain it. Like, he lost like 100 pounds or so. Like, went from a big overweight guy to, like, he looked like a Bollywood star. Like,
it doesn't take long.
Yeah, he was all like mustached out and ripped, and he was just talking about how hypnosis had really freaking worked for him.
Yeah.
And he thought his girlfriend was kind of a little bit like, but he was doing it because he really liked her.
Yeah.
And they've since have a really great relationship, I guess, because he's open to stuff that she was getting him to try to do. But I thought, my God, this is really like, they're onto something. Like, if that works like that, sign me up as well. It was really fascinating to watch somebody else's story and to be so open about it, because you don't really have a lot of guys that will share in that way. Yeah.
You guys, so my blood pressure was really high, and they said I needed to meditate more. And I was like, well, I already do. But I thought, I need to really focus on this. Like, what is going on with my systems, that my vigilance system is so high and my blood pressure is high? So that was one of the reasons that I said, I'm going to do real meditation. I'm not going to do it where I just lay in bed and plan to fall asleep, or in the morning when I'm like half daydreaming along with it. I'm going to sit up and actually do this. And that's when it changed. And the first hypnotherapy that I did before I became one was on confidence. And I mean, I was confident with it. Like, I was listening to it every night, and confident in like 3 weeks. I really felt, and I already thought of myself as somewhat just being me, but I feel that confidence was a thing that I really needed. Um, I don't, Anita said, who was that? Can I access his testimony? Yeah, that'd be a neat one.
I'll look for it, but that was a couple years back. And he was, like I said, he was a sales guy that I connected
I feel
with.
like I would like to do one on weight release. I don't want to call it weight loss, but it almost makes me want to do one more on ideal body, right? Yeah. So, yeah, let's get one out there on ideal body at some point too. Seems like a lot of people want that.
Yes, would love to
Yeah.
lose weight. Amen.
Well, and technically, you just need to get yourself into the visual suggestions of, you know, even asking your body. Just a second, we have a little puppy problem. So while she's getting, so we thought my youngest pup might be bored, so Lianka brought her dog, and now her dog's wandering around with little things on the ground, and yeah. All right, so we are waiting for Maria Martinez. She's going to join us in about 20 minutes. Tell us what's on your mind.
What's coming up?
Yeah, what would you like to process on? Is there anything that you guys really have on your mind that you would like to play with today?
And is there any intentions you would like to set? Since we have such a great group, I mean, it'd be awesome to set intentions. We can change things with just having this group on the line, and we can just do a little bit of that too. So if anyone has that, we can just put those out there for going forward. I think that's so important.
Sewing down some. Are you sewing them down?
Slowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But
again,
we could also be sowing seeds too.
True, because we are slowing down. You know, I think again that we're just in a very heightened state of like lots of charged particles, lots of just movement everywhere. So being able to just stop and be like, oh, gratitude, being in gratitude is really going to help with that. And then be, you know, also in gratitude for the charged particles in our atmosphere, because if you really truly believe in, you know, activations and how our DNA is truly being activated and how people are, you know, all across the world are waking up. So these are great times. However, it can just make you feel all over the place. So maybe just some gratitude for that, and some, like, I love the word grace, really.
Pain. Looks like they're pain and weakness.
Pain release would be good. Chronic pain. Oh, intentions for actual cash money abundance.
Yep.
As I am adapting to feeling more abundant overall.
Love
Yes.
that. Well, Thursday will help you on that one, because that is going to be all about abundance, wealth, prosperity, the different frequencies of all of that. So pain.
I was going to say, go ahead.
You want to go? Go ahead.
Sure.
Do you want to
So
go first?
I would definitely maybe just ask your subconscious, because I mean, will definitely facilitate a past life regression for you, because really what your body, the pain is just your body trying to give you some information. And really when we are experiencing those things, it means that you have locked energy in your body, and you really would need to be able to allow that energy to flow. So if there's a stuckness that is stuck in your body, you can look at, you know, whether it's on the left side or the right side. One is more present day, one is more past life. You know, we can go through those things, and we can definitely look at them. So that will be coming in the lounge. And also I'll do a facilitation in the same way that Janet is doing in the next 2 weeks on pain, and where it may be stuck energy that you probably have no idea is even, you know,
The source.
in there. Yeah. And from when, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
Also, this is an add to that, but I mean, just be aware that sometimes you've concluded that you have to heal things energetically, where you do actually have to go, seeking. I mean, my hip, for an example, I, was first at an acupuncturist and then, got a commercial and then tried that and then ended up at PT. And it's almost as if I needed all three of those things to get to the resolve that I got to with it. And along the way, my husband's doing energy work on it. I'm doing energy work on it. I'm asking questions. I mean, for something chronic like that, you've got to really seek it out to change it.
Yeah.
And I think that the universe is even kind of watching you and going, okay, well, what are you doing about this? Changing up your food, make sure you have less inflammatory food. I mean, I think it's the whole shebang. Like, truly say, yes, this is changing. I will not live like this, and making that definitive, direction in your world. I just think that there's so much gold in that. People are just looking for the magic pill. And I'm saying, no, yes, there will be magic along the way, but I mean, real world talk here, seek your way.
Sure.
And how much is this pain guiding you to greater consciousness?
Yep. So where's the gratitude in that, right?
Right. And how can we be in the energy of, wow, how freaking cool is this?
So being very vulnerable here, if you look at even alcoholism as a disease, and you look at how that creates some unrest or some in the body and whatnot, really the gift in, my sobriety, after I was really tired of being sick and tired of drinking, that was almost 4 years now. So I think in May will be 4 years. But, and I was always wondering, like, why did I, I mean, it got dark at the very end, which really led me to get sober, and as a result, thus having a spiritual awakening. But during that time, I mean, there was a couple of times where I felt like before I was like, why am I experiencing this? Why, why do I have this much pain? And why can't I just, stop or, curb? And I definitely was good at that, but like it was kind of masked. And so when I look
Didn't
back,
know it was that bad at all.
when I look back at it, I realized that, had I not experienced that, had I not had that dis-ease, then I would not be where I am today.
Yeah.
And with the, gratitude for life and for having that spiritual awakening and having, truly done that inventory work, right? That I'm just so freaking grateful for now.
Yeah.
Like immensely. So that was pain that I just didn't want to, that I didn't understand, but I do now. It's the whole experience.
I didn't know it was that bad ever, right? It's like,
I mean,
we've been, together all this time, and it was like you hid it. You even hid the pain.
From myself, right? It was like, oh, well,
Maybe
I
there
can
needs
stop
to be a
drinking.
clearing on that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was definitely times where like, I'd be like, oh, I'm not going to drink. And I would curb it for a while. And, I wouldn't drink for maybe a month or two. And I'm like, see, I got this. But truthfully, it wasn't, I didn't get nothing. I was just, I myself was having my own struggle. And I was just like, I don't feel like feeling this way.
Yeah.
Just curious of what other people have maybe experienced and maybe where you can have some,
especially if you're starting to tell yourself, I got this, even when you know that you don't. I think one of the things, secret, hidden, invisible, covert, what is it? Something.
Unseen, unsaid.
Yeah. All those hidden energies that you have around something, maybe your pain, Would you be willing to let that go, destroy, and uncreate? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
How much of that did we buy from our parents and from society who like just work through it? And how many times have we done
Which is
that?
exactly what I'm undoing with the hypnotherapy thing.
And everything that is, would you be willing to destroy
destroy and uncreate? Yes. And everywhere where you shake it off. That's good.
Oh, take a breath.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Yeah, I mean, my parents definitely were like, "Oh, you're fine."
Well, see, and I wasn't really brought up like that, and but I was brought up with hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it your grit, but they were very much set your mind to it, and you can have whatever you want.
That's awesome.
And I did believe that. Mm-hmm. I just thought it was going to take a heck of a lot of hard work to get there.
So I think that's what's coming up for a lot of people. How many of you are, been raised that way? And how many of you have that as your block between you and your money? That if it's not hard and it didn't come the hard way, so then maybe you don't deserve it. Would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that, please?
Please. We will start this now and on Thursday, there's going to be a ton more of exactly that kind of stuff.
Podpoc all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. So
yes.
Golly, that's a lot. Man,
and anywhere where you're almost like the whole call.
Hell yeah.
Well, and so if that's your point of view, right? Your point of view creates your reality. Your point of view creates your reality. So if you have that point of view, you will create it that way. And so that's what hopefully we're going to kick in the ass on Thursday is all our points of view about hard work, right? But there seems to be some more unearthingness here. Felt constricted in my throat. Yeah, so I wonder if you are, wonder what you are not expressing, especially when it comes to hard work and money. And all that is, would you be willing to cut all those cords, destroy it, and uncreate? And everywhere you bought it from somebody else, will you revoke, can't resent, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate it entirely?
Whoa, fudge. Yeah.
And just take a breath and let this process. We're going to do a lot of processing, I know, here with Maria, so I don't want to wipe you out ahead of time.
That was a big one. That's,
That's a good one.
Yeah. I still have that. There's been certain things that that really felt like a lot of synchronicity especially doing this show. My gosh, it's been beautiful. But a part of me wants to be like, well, why isn't it harder? And it must not be, whatnot if it's not harder. And there's it's just an old belief. It's an old paradigm that if I'm not working hard, then maybe I don't deserve to receive it, or maybe that it's not real. And everywhere you are experiencing that or brought up, or maybe it might be hidden, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that, please? Keeping you from your money. Could you destroy and uncreate that? Yes. Everywhere where you're unwilling to be in the receiving of the flow and the flow of money, everywhere where you have the word money as a charge, would you please be willing to destroy and uncreate that now? Everywhere where you feel like easy money has a problem, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate that? Anything that you have a charge on easy money, any belief. Ooh. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, wow, me too, with tears. I feel you. Oh, gosh. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you all. That we're facilitating some big changes for everyone.
Yeah. Now I'm yelling, yes, loudly.
I love it. This is what I want to do, is shake you up on a morning. Yes. Yes, Maria, you are releasing. When you're yawning like that, I would just say go big, like those big tiger yawns. And get it out. Like mine moves my chest. Like I feel it like like stuck in there in the heart. Yeah. Good job. Okay. Good stuff. And bad stuff.
But yeah. Sometimes we're just attached to the idea of having more money. We don't actually have anything else around it. you know, and so all the attachments that you have about just having to get more money, when you actually find that you don't actually require it, but you're still stuck in get instead of have,
Which keeps
have.
you in
A point of view, which
Correct.
keeps you in a point of view.
looping.
A looping point of view. Yeah. Yeah, does that make sense to you guys? Like you just feel like this constant, it's sort of like I talked about abuse, and abuse being this constant adrenaline pump on you. So if you've always been like, I got to get money, I got to get more money, I got to get more money, then you're just in this constant pump of it instead of being really present to, how can money flow to me fast, frequently, and in abundance? And really work it instead of it. I feel like some of you just, maybe I shouldn't make this conclusion, but you just show up and you expect,
Or I've seen it
but I
happen.
want you
I
to
don't think
work
people
it. I
on
want
this
you to
line.
work it.
If you were on
You
this
guys,
line,
if you were live, I think you are working it, to
you
be
were
honest.
definitely working it. Yes, there is some. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen it where people have been pretty reluctant to look
Yeah.
at all, to seek anything, to even say
Yeah.
it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then Joe was like, why do I worry about money when divinity always provides?
Yes. Amen.
And that's the adrenaline pump, and that's a construct of this reality.
To keep it in
Yeah.
place.
And who would you be without that? Like, remove that point of view, who would you be? Right? It's almost like a part of you. We've done this so long. Was it part of you too?
God, for real, y'all. This has been some deep ingrained shit.
Yeah. This is, yeah. Money. Well, you've got to think there's so many lineages of money not going well in this earth environment. That, of course, we just bought it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, that point of view is my parents' point of view. Okay. Well, then I got that point of view. All right. Yeah, but those constant adrenaline pumps are something that I'd like us to look at and be like, do I really need that worry to have money? Everywhere where you've associated that you do need it or you won't actually receive money, would you destroy and uncreate everything that is?
Goodness.
Yeah. Well, that'll clear some noise.
Yes. Yes.
Taught a load of poo. That was need to just type that in the
Give them
chat.
some grace. They were just doing the best that they could as their first round too, right?
Yeah. I mean, they didn't. I mean,
they were forgetting too. They were put on this earth without their blue
memory,
without their memory
previous blueprints. Damn that. I love. There's a meme out there on Instagram that says, don't be so hard on your parents. It's their first time too.
Yeah. That's where I got that from when you told me that. It was funny.
I loved it. I kind of feel like sometimes with parenting a teen, it gets in my way a little bit. Yikes.
Oh, I can only, yes, that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nita says, I'm making so much noise, yelling.
Yeah, like, woo! Yes, get it out. Like, because if you yell,
These are so
when you
fun.
dance and you move, you get it out of your body. It gets unstuck, and guess what? It improves your health. What?
So much. Well, and then you get some exercise in there.
That's true too. Raise those endorphins. But I mean, it's amazing. But really, you get that unstuck shit from out in there. Like, move it. Let's go. Yell. You know what? So I read this meme also where this lady was she just jumps. She would just jump around. I thought that was ridiculous. That's exactly why. It made her laugh. It made her move. It made her move that stuck energy. So if you feel like, whatever, just jump up and down. Make yourself laugh and be like, this is so ridiculous. But what you find is that you are actually changing things.
There's this song, it's like, jump around. And when my leg was feeling a little bit better, I was after dinner and we were all just kind of like turning up the music and playing with some of those like older 80s and 90s songs.
Yeah.
And that one came on and I got up and I just started jumping around and I was like, oh, I guess my leg is doing pretty well today.
I
know.
Yay!
So now whenever I hear that song, I think jump
Oh,
around.
yeah, now I gotta play it.
Oh, it's got
What's
such a
up?
good rhythm.
Oh, that'd be great. Let's just throw in some old 90s rap here and just get everybody moving.
Yep. All right. Well, we're
Yes.
still waiting here on Maria.
Let me make sure she's got everything she needs.
Okay.
But, thank you for chiming in, everyone. Wow, we moved some energy, didn't we?
Oh my God, that was good. That was fun.
And you know what? If you think you're sitting down to like meditate or move energy and you're
Stand up.
and you're just doing it for yourself, I got news for you. You're doing it for all the earth. What? All the peeps, all the things. So,
She said, there's a biblical phrase that says jump for joy. Yeah. That's a big,
oh, I
that's
love
a big one.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. And we've known joy.
Like, do you need the joy to jump? Yeah. But you jump for joy. That's like my friend,
Rejoice.
a good vibe, Jeanette Mao. She almost was on Oprah because she, instead of praying for rain, right? Like the Indians do rain dances and this, that. She says, no, you don't need the for, you just pray rain. And it becomes one, right? With that. So, you should jump joy,
I love that.
jump cash,
Hey.
jump money,
Ooh, y'all are gonna have to report back on this.
pray money.
Yeah.
Fun. Loving this. All right. We are waiting on Maria. She is not on the line. So just give us a couple minutes, see if we can hunt her down. And it's right on top of the hour anyway. So then after Maria, we're going to take a break. And then we're going to come back at 12 p.m. Pacific time, correct?
Yep.
Is that going to be correct?
Yep.
No.
So it's
Yes.
12 p.m. Pacific, 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Central.
Central.
Correct. And it'll be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Sparkles on the inside, Anita said. Woo, woo. Jump for joy.
Now jump around.
Here's Maria right here. Excellent. Let's bring her on. Jump around.
I'm like,
She's still joining.
okay, good. Yeah, I love that.
There she is at the very bottom down here. All right, let me grab her and pin her. Add pin. Oh, that's Wade. Sorry, Wade. Removing pin. She was literally right there. I think did it reorder? Here she is. Oh, what's going on?
There it is.
There it is. Okay. Hi, Maria.
Hi, how are you?
Very
Good.
nice. How are you?
Great. It's nice to be back with you both.
Yes.
Yay.
Very nice to have you and to see you this time. We're so excited. Last time was so magical. So, wow, we're just, we're excited. And a lot of people last time did hear the live call. So we're just overjoyed when we said we were going to have you back. And yeah, in full form.
In full form. All right. Go ahead and start the recording. Here we go. Okay, you guys. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Jenna Blackard,
And I'm Leonka Reyna.
and this is the Hot Hustle Show. Today, we are joined with Maria Martinez, and she speaks light language. And we're going to take her on a ride in all kinds of different conversations. I wanted to talk about the ushering in of the newness of the planet right now, and just really play with some of the energies that are coming up. Maria, we were just talking about money on the line, so maybe we can bring in some fun light language changes around money too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, Maria, I know that you are termed the human potential activator. And my gosh, when I just read that, I get like, Woo, that's exciting. Like I want my, potential to be fully activated. Can you tell us a little bit about how you came to, came to your story and how you got to here and what that is and what does that mean for us, right? From listening in.
hmm Yeah, thank you for asking that. So my story really started really young when at the very early age, like around 4 or 5, I realized that I was walking in two worlds, and that I was um, working with my angels at that time. I was going into different dimensions at that time, doing a lot of spiritual work. I was traveling through time. I was doing a lot of astral travel. So it really started very young, and what I realized about that work was it was about freedom, the freedom of the soul, freedom of the spirit, and freedom of the will, helping others restore their divine essence, their authority to restore who they are in this world. At that time, I was working with the spirit. Now I work with the multidimensional bodies. We pull them up and we call them in, and we work with all of them. Um, and initially, and this is the foundation of my work, is freedom, is helping everybody claim who they are at every level across all time and space, to step into that wholeness of who they are and connect to the authority, connect to who they are here to be, who they were created to be. And that statement, or that human potential activator, is that when you're free, when you know that you're free, or you embrace your own freedom, or you can claim your own freedom, that's when you activate, because you're not limited. You're not limited by something that is unseen or unknown. You're not limited by your own stuff, your own story, belief systems, and emotions. You're not limited by the world. You can fully design the life and live the life that you're meant to live. And that for me is true freedom. And that is the foundation of my work, is empowerment. It's living into that. And it's really taking charge, being responsible for what you're creating, but knowing that you're so much more than just, this body, this experience, that you have so much that you can bring in, your ancient wisdom, the knowledge of other lifetimes, your connection to source, that there's so many resources for you to create your own, way of being and your own way of moving forward. And for me to help people access that is powerful and magical and fulfilling.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
I imagine so.
You said you are now working with multi-dimensional bodies. Can you talk a little more about what you mean by that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have the spirit, we have the soul, we have the mental, the emotional, we have the inner child, we have the part of us that is the victim, or has a lot of the pain. And we also have the ego, but we also have the light body, we have the crystalline body. So when I work with individuals, we look for where is the root cause, which body is holding this root cause. Sometimes it's in this lifetime, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not in a body that is, physical, that they can relate to, like the light body or the crystalline body. So we go back to the divine blueprint. And when we can work at that level, we're really re-engineering, recalibrating, reconstructing who we are, and we also repair what was broken or what was taken. We've had many influences from other beings that have this, deceived, interrupted, taken from us, and many times we don't know that's happened. But when we know, when we can realize that this is not me, or there's a part of me missing, and we can retrieve that and we can integrate it back. Now instead of operating at 10%, you're operating at 20%, at 30%. So your capacity, your bandwidth, your energy expands and amplifies. And the bodies, all of them have information. They have information of this lifetime, they have information of other lifetimes, they're all conscious. There's the different parts of you that is consciousness that at one point were splintered. And now we're acknowledging those parts that were splintered and bringing them back, or those parts that were fragmented, bringing them back, and accessing them now, and accessing all the other times and space, and then accessing the higher dimensions.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I
Totally.
saw it too.
Yeah. I mean, the more it's like, the more you went into it, the more I saw Doctor Strange and working with the sensei that he was working with at the time. It was great.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how the movies will tell you what's going on, but we just didn't want, we didn't want to listen. They're just telling
Yeah,
us
it's like,
straight
no,
up.
it's just a fantasy.
Well, and we're learning through science that's supporting, lots of these things that the ancients have been saying to us for many of years, and lots of different, people like you, right, that have known these things with your soul, but now science is being able to back that up, and it's really exciting times as well, as more
Absolutely.
people become aware as well. So we do want to take some callers. So obviously, some people can raise their hands, but we also kind of wanted to step into the. I think you had a question about the earth and the
Ushering
new
in, yeah.
industries, the new energies that are coming in.
It seems that it's time
Industries
that,
too.
yeah, that like right now, right at the end of this quarter kind of feeling, it seems like there's some newness that is required to be ushered in as far as, do you sense that as well, or is that just all me?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of us are sensing that and some of us at a very sort of a visceral level where you've experienced some old stuff come up, say some old trauma that was there, or some old shame that was there, or some old pattern that just came around. That's the indication of what's coming. That's the indication of us moving, letting go of the past, embracing what was, completing it, and moving into the new. And absolutely. I felt this actually since last year, as we started coming out of last year into this year. I was already feeling the shift in the energy. Of it was an elevated, actually, very many different frequencies were coming in. The frequency of abundance and so on, just so much amplified. That connection with source. Many source codes are coming in now to help us step into really all of that is available to us. And I think a lot of us realize that first of all, we feel that we're sort of being elevated in a very gentle way, but also it's moving us forward. It's you can't stay where you are anymore. You can't go back to where you were. Even if you're resisting, it's gently moving you forward. So it's now time to really be intentional about it. It's happening, right? It's happening regardless. So we want to really go with it. We want to go with that flow of what's available to us, which is the deep healing, the deep activation of our ancient wisdom, the intelligence within ourselves, the DNA ascension, and what we're contributing to Mother Earth as well, and what we're contributing to humanity. It's amazing. Lots of codes that are coming in, lots of new frequencies that are coming in that
Yeah.
are just really here for us to say yes, to say yes to the new and to love ourselves, as we are loved, and to allow the love to continue to heal ourselves and others, and especially Mother.
Could we do a little group session on kind of ushering in their specific new or our new or
Just
change?
ushering in,
Or
yeah.
maybe it should be called change. Can we can there is it, or is
Yeah,
there something else that
no, that's perfect. I was just tuning in too. You were trying to find a name, so it's like, what is the name of
Yeah,
the?
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, so just when we're ready, it'll come in. But yeah, absolutely, we can do that.
fabulous, thank you.
Yeah, so you want to do that now before we take
Yeah.
questions?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then we'll take
sure.
some callers.
Okay. All right. Well, everybody, just go ahead and receive. And the way we receive is just relaxing into your body, allowing yourself to just be in the moment of now. Close your eyes and just allow yourself to be in the state of gratitude, the state of surrender, the state of I allow. Allow yourself to receive now in this moment what you're meant to receive. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Just going to raise my volume here. Okay. And turn your awareness inward. We're going to connect to the authority within you. So turn your awareness inward to the center of the head. And as you turn your awareness inward, you want to see and know the light within you, which is source, universe, all that is divine creation. It's not outside you, it's within you. It's who you are, the God particle. And you want to allow yourself to come into the space with ease. Now, as you're coming into the space, notice that as you come into the space with ease and fully open to receive, that your crown begins to open. A beam of light from the center of the head moving up through your crown, and allow it to be so. Continue to breathe and come further into your body. Sit further into your body, surrender into the moment. As you surrender into the moment, allow your heart to expand, to be in gratitude for today and for this moment. Come into the space within your heart, the space of unconditional love and loving kindness, the space of abundance within you, the space of everything is available for me now. Continue to breathe and notice that your channel is opening up even wider. You're opening up to receive the downloads, frequencies, codes, and you're amplifying your connection with source and universe. And notice what you see as this channel is opening up. For some of you, it may just be a beautiful light, a beautiful channel, a beautiful beam of light. For some of you, it may be actual visions, pictures, images of galaxies, even spaceships, travel. Yes, you keep your channel open and allow it to show you what's coming, what's available to you, to support you moving forward. Go ahead and amplify your heart space. And as you amplify your heart space, go ahead and release any fear and any doubt, insecurity, any reservation to receiving now. Go ahead and allow your light from your heart, your awareness, to move down to your power center so that you're the authority and you're connected to source life energy, universe within you in the center of the head, your soul, the seat of your soul in your high heart, and the seat of your spirit in your power center, your fire, your drive. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. Now go ahead and allow the center channel to fully open. Now noticing the light moving all the way through and all the way through to your root chakra, and then down to Mother Earth, connecting to your Earth star. In this moment of now, notice what's coming up for you. Old patterns of belief systems, old stories. Then notice the feelings you have about them. Some of you want to hold on to them. Just take a deep breath and go ahead and decide, I am ready. I am ready for new. I'm ready for more. I'm ready to be. I'm ready to allow. I'm ready to have. I'm ready to become. And notice them as little fragments, pieces floating away from you. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. Now go ahead and expand the beam of light from the center all the way through your field. And we want to expand through your multidimensional bodies. You're connecting to, activating, bringing into oneness your multidimensional bodies. We want to release any resistance from any of your multidimensional bodies to moving forward, to stepping into your new, to allowing yourself to receive what is meant for you to receive now. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. And you may perceive yourself as a beautiful flower, as a beautiful lotus flower. So the petals indicating your multidimensional bodies with a beautiful beam of light from the center moving up, connecting to source. And if you look up through your beam of light, again, notice what you see. Some of you may start to see codes coming into your field, down your center channel, down that beam of light. Some of you may start to hear frequencies, light language. Some of you may see colors coming in as a frequency. However that shows up for you is perfect. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. And we're going to go down into the DNA, and we're going to prepare the DNA to receive. So go ahead and perceive your DNA in front of you. And we're going to walk through the DNA, just up and down. See yourself walking down your fingers through the DNA. And notice anything that's broken needs repair. Anything that is missing that needs to be restored. You're setting the intention that it is done. You're allowing Source Universe back to take care of this for you now. Your divine team to take care of this for you now. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Kira makuru tia tetesturu tuara makete tirenia kara kashturu tura yamakere kinashturu dia mayaturu kuru puria mayata tetestiri. Shira mai shana kara mikikirine une marutu tudora kuru mayete. Umashara yakura mai kashtara makaru kostamara karaka. Just see all the pieces and all the fragments that are no longer serving you connected to old patterns of belief systems, old fears, old doubt, insecurities from this lifetime and all lifetimes. Just simply float away, no longer needed. Maraku kara kashtara kema kuriyeni yete teshtini yuri. Imkayera tatashtukuru kuyemi yete teshtikishi. Ishtara uka ike kekiri kuma yete teshtani kepiki. Vishtana murtu yete rekeni yete teshtikushimi yete teriyanana. Ishna yoko shnayeni yete. Kishayata koko shayama utune. Again, take a deep breath. Take a look at your DNA. And notice that it feels settled. It feels calm. And notice that the light around it is more vibrant. Now go ahead and allow it to integrate back into your field, back into the master cell, and allow the master cell to reflect that through the mirror cell, and allow the mirror cell to reflect that through the rest of your body. Mishtrina yutuku yinmeawit emaya. Ishna yati atushti kumaya tedeshinayati. Ishna yisha yishayit imakuyet. One more deep breath. Now notice the difference across your multidimensional bodies. There's cohesion, there's alignment. And again, as you see yourself as a beautiful lotus flower, you may even notice the colors more vibrant. Pink, white, and a little bit of purple, some gold. The gold coming from the center. Go ahead and take a deep breath and look up through your beam of light. You may see a gathering of divine beings around you as you look up. These are the divine beings, the celestial beings that are here to usher in you. They're here to support, are the foundation for the structure for us stepping to a new. Some of them are architects of the galaxy. Some of them are engineers. Some of them are beacons that hold the light. Some of them are healers. Some of them are teachers. They're here to teach new technology, innovation. Some of them are holding higher frequencies, and they're here to anchor new frequencies through all of us, directly into Mother Earth. Go ahead and take a deep breath. You may see everything that you're bringing in as it looks like music notes as they're coming in, as waves of tones and waves of energy, waves of color, waves of sounds coming in, different colors, silver, gold, platinum, and different color crystals are also coming in. In this moment of now, receive. In this moment of now, allow. In this moment of now, you are. You're ready. You are who you're meant to be. You're the vessel, the container to hold these high frequencies for yourself, for others, for Mother Earth, to move forward into the new, next level of ascension, next level of evolution, next level of prosperity, wealth. Continue to breathe Naria kaya nakeshtere meketidene kora makutu tutikayene. Inkaya ratatashta bushine kirikeke mawatu. Nashtaya taratara kashturu kamaya tutuanara tatisturi akash. Ushtaramaya taduramaya tataranaya tatastakeshi. Ishtara kukupro maya tatara kapra karona nashadya. Go ahead and take one more deep breath and notice what's happening in the back of your heart space. There's a release. But for some of you, it's like your wings are coming out, pushing out, and then extending. You're ready to soar. You're ready to embody that higher wisdom. You're ready to embody the angelic being within you. You're ready to embody that higher level of intelligence that is universal intelligence, that is source intelligence. Mayet Irakokina Kishtariana Yatakora Mayet Dashtade. Ishnaya Yenak Ike, Diakashtarakama Yutuduania. Shiuru, Mukamara Katadus the Kiki again to Duada. Notice what's happening around your head, especially around the ears. There's an expansion as if your psychic ears are now amplifying, like they're ready to listen. Notice what's happening in your third eye. There's an activation of your third eye that is now happening. Karamaya Duranaya Deshtakrupo, Ishturuamaya Darni, Inkayata, Ishneida Uk, Nishanayatako, Shiruate is the Anamara to do again. Shiruaya Nanana, ik eshe. Jayana Waya, Jayanana, Diako, Jaya Ukaya Mayete, Ishtayana Duotorayata. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. And as you continue to amplify your field, as you continue to step into, you're expanding your capacity to hold the space, to be the vibration, to be the higher vibration to match what is coming in for you. Go ahead and take a deep breath and continue to expand, amplify your field, to elevate, raise your vibration as you move into I am, I am, I am. As you fully embrace the new, as you fully embrace the power that is coming through, as you fully embrace the transformation, the transcendence, the evolution, as you fully embrace all that is available to you now. Maro uayat ireke ishtaya umakaya the destikiti amayate. Mishtaya ukaya kakakaya kikiramiti. Imko uk anayata destiki ish. Ishnayama, Ushnayamaya, Diak Aya. Go ahead and take one more deep breath and go ahead and amplify even more. So you're the container, the vessel, and you can easily receive all that is available to you now. And as you look up through the beam of light, you can recognize some of the codes that are coming in. You can perceive the sound of the light codes that are coming in for you. You can perceive the essence of the colors that are coming in for you. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. And you recognize those images from other galaxies, other places, other planets. There's a remembrance, and you are remembering. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. And go ahead and be in that place of remembrance. In that place of remembrance, there's a knowing. So you're moving from the I don't know or the unknown or the fear to, of course, this is my truth. This is my reality. Go ahead and move into that. Go ahead and move into that. Beautiful.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Wow.
We're like, just stay conscious. Oh my God. So much came through. Do you want to go first?
I mean, I could feel my body like doing its movement, like my heart, like it's just like, whoosh. And like I'm thinking, like I can't, like I'm gonna end up moving off the screen. Like I don't think you want to do the podcast by yourself, Jennifer. But wow, and I
Holy cow.
definitely, I mean, it activates the light language that I remember within me, and I wanted to just be like, and I was like, okay, like
Yeah,
just be and integrate,
me too.
like, and I really didn't even have to say things to myself. I just was going to
Mm.
be with the energy, and it was doing what it was called to do. So thank you.
Yeah.
Sarah said, "Wow, XXX. Will there be a replay?"
Yes, because that was a lot.
Joy said, "Wow, thank you. This was a powerful activation.
Like
I saw a
Sue.
big platinum light being like a goddess. I have no idea,
Yeah.
but do you have no idea?" So let me ask you this, Maria. Is there a galactic group that you know that you're channeling from?
I channel the collective consciousness from it
Okay.
is it's the divine feminine, and it is from a it's I call it the confederation of galactic
Okay.
beings that are here to usher us into the new, that are here also to keep the balance, and
Mm-hmm.
that are here for us to step into our mastery,
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
and that remembrance that I was referring
Yeah.
to access that wisdom. Yeah,
Thank you.
and
I
yeah,
kept getting the sacred geometry and
Yeah.
beautiful.
and yeah, it was just kind of really, really freaking cool. Lots of colors too, which
Lots of
is not,
colors
yeah.
and symbols. Lots
Yeah.
of like codes, obviously, like
It
lots of
seemed like
upgrade
codes,
codes.
like truly codes.
Yeah.
I wanted to get out a piece of paper and I might listen to the replay and go through things because I was
Yeah,
like, I'm kind of curious if the same kind of thing, because I felt like drawing.
No, interesting.
And this table is a whiteboard. I was like, where's that marker when you need one?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really,
interesting.
really cool. Berkeley said, "Wow, thank you. I saw Yep, those were the colors I saw
Purple,
too. That's
green.
interesting. Purple
They
and
were,
green, and they represent my main guide
mm,
and another guide who has been with me since birth, but I just
became
became
aware
aware
of
of
them.
another light worker last week. Interesting.
Oh, wow.
Very, very cool.
That
Thank you
was
for
truly
sharing. I
beautiful.
amazing.
love that share. What a gorgeous
Oh,
share.
yeah.
Holy cow. Okay. So,
Wonderful.
One of the things,
Maria, do you have time to go over a little today?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
cool. Great. All right. So, we've got some callers on the line. We are going to start with Joe because he's a part of the lounge. So, Joe, you're up.
we're kind of a
Okay.
little bit pressed for
I
time.
don't
So
know.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to make sure that we try and stay a little bit concise so that way we all can, get a couple of people
I'm
in.
I'm gonna be real quick. That soul lit me up. It was very much like a reverse kundalini for me. It went from the top down and it threw me, and it especially lit up my pineal. Okay.
Hmm.
It threw
Beautiful.
me way out of balance. I couldn't even sit still. I was walking around the table while you were doing the meditation. Can we do a little bit to balance that back out?
Yeah, go ahead and just come back into your body. Take a deep breath and come back into your body.
Ugh, I needed that too. Thank you. I feel like I
Yeah,
literally just came back in.
beautiful.
Oops. Oops, we got too spacey there. Joe, anything else? You feel better?
I think he's complete.
Joe, are you
It's
good?
getting there. It's getting there. It's
Okay.
calming down now. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thanks for the question because clearly more than just you needed that one.
And Moaka says, I had a strange experience. I got very emotional and shed tears during Maria's light language at some point. I did too. I started uttering, if I wasn't on the podcast, I would have just let it go too. She said, I started uttering gibberish and I would love to know more. So that, she recognizes the language, wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. You recognize the language and it was also activating. Remember, what was the intention for today was to complete the old patterns, let go of the old, and complete the pain that we're holding on to, and then move into the new. So part of that, the tears, was that release of what we intended to release. Yeah.
All right.
Beautiful.
My head is still spinny. I
Yeah,
get
and
it.
it says somebody, it's a Penny says, maybe somebody already mentioned this. Oh, yes, we got the sound. Jen turned it up in the mic, so we should be able to have that good on the replay. Let's see. No, everybody hears her fine, so we're good here. And then let's see. Oh, what was that? Wow, what was that? That was amazing. And then what just happened? Changing the game. Yeah. Very cool. Did you want to take one more?
We can take another in just a second, but I did want to say one other thing. With me doing so much work and knowing the different brainwave states, I could tell that I almost instantaneously went into almost a theta state between an alpha theta. Like it's just like I feel knocked out, like like a luscious nap would be really good right now.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to be sleeping with you from now on, Maria. My new sleeping partner that I'm just
That's
going to
so
plug
funny.
into.
Yeah.
Cheating on me. Wonka
I
says,
still feel the energy very powerful, even though volume was low on my end. So, yeah, you might need to kind of play around with the volume when you get on the replay.
and then also, wow, Maria was so powerful, dying to dive in more, and many hearts after that. Yes, definitely. I would recommend that
It was
if you
so
feel called
beautiful.
to it.
Holy cow. Window. Okay. Manisha, you're up.
Hello, Maria. Thank you so much, Janet and Lianka. Maria, I'd love to release more blocks of receiving financial abundance, please. Thank you.
Yeah. So let me take a look what else it's available to you. Yeah. So one of the things that I noticed right away is that your heart is still a little bit closed. So the practice for you would be to really open up your heart, to allow yourself to be in that state. Initially when we guided everybody to receive, it felt like you consciously were trying, but didn't quite open up. So you want to make sure that your intention is always to receive. But go ahead and take a deep breath. Let's see what else. Yeah, there's a level of unworthiness as well. Okay, go ahead and take a deep breath. I'm just going to lift some of that energy. It feels like you're ready, but there's another energy in front of you that wasn't really allowing you to be completely open. So we're going to move this energy out of the way, which is going to give you more accessibility to your own heart space. Okay, go ahead and take a deep breath. Yeah, okay. So now that it's out of the way, when you say prosperity, when you first said it, it was already outside you. It's not part of you. So you want to make it part of you. So celebrating, being in gratitude, knowing that it is your divine right, and really owning that. To create and manifest is we become, right? We become that vibration that we want to manifest. And then we take action with it, which would be daily being in it, or things that are going to keep us in a state of prosperity. And then, of course, then it manifests in your life. Okay, go ahead and take one more deep breath. Obviously, the process is a bit more than that, but that's the gist of it. Go ahead and take a deep breath. So what I want to see for you is that the prosperity energy frequency is part of your field. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. So it's now part of your field, but there's still a lot of resistance there. And the resistance is in the back of your heart space. So you want to do your forgiveness work. You want to do your, forgiving yourself, especially for things that you feel bad about, whatever you consider, what it really is, whatever you're punishing yourself for. You want to take the time to do that. Again, prosperity is the vibration, money, wealth, prosperity, abundance, they're all a vibration. But if you're not matching the vibration, it's not going to quite provide for you what you're looking for. Okay. And the way we do that, of course, is to match that. So letting go of that resistance that is there. Even as I'm saying, I can see you opening to receive it, opening up to allow it. Go ahead and take one deep breath. Okay. I can see that your heart space, your sacral area, it's already more open to receive the abundance and activate the abundance within you. But there's a belief that it's outside you. Like prosperity, you have to create outside you. And the truth is, it's inside you. That energy is love, right? Everything is love. So prosperity, wealth, abundance, they're all creation, they're all love. They're all this field. And it's all within you, it's not outside you. The material manifestation is outside you, but the vibration itself is within you. But if you don't hold it within you, you believe that it's outside you, you're kind of putting it aside and doing it the hard way. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. So now I see sort of rings around you of light, and it represents the money, the wealth, the abundance, the prosperity. Beautiful, Manisha.
Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, it would be wonderful for you to join us in the program. That that is being offered because it has the prosperity part of it, but it has this other inner work that we were talking about. How do we become is through that practice.
Fabulous. Oh my gosh. Well, I think that's maybe we need to do something on all the collective around prosperity being outside of us, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I feel like that's, people,
It resonated.
collectively we have agreed that you've got to not be it, but bring it to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. I'm not really sure how to pronounce your name entirely, but I'm going to bastardize it. Umina?
Arunima.
Thank you.
Arunima, that's beautiful.
That's a beautiful name. It sounds more beautiful when you say it.
Hi to both of you, and thank you for this lovely session, as well as Maria, who did beautiful love line.
Thank you.
I would like to learn too. So my question is that I've been suffering through pain so long. Either it is the left side or the right side. Now my everything is happening on my right side. I've gone through all kind of things, CAT scan, MRI, etc., etc. I fell. I had a surgery in my neck and my left foot and my right foot, and all of that. Everything is hurting. I finally got my thyroid stabilized, but I still feel as though something's going on in my body, which the doctors can't pinpoint, and they have generalized it as fibromyalgia. And this is preventing me from going out there, really even go for a small walk. Forget about work, forget about anything. I need to earn. I'm alone and I'm trying to become self-sufficient. I just don't know what's going on. And the other question was, am I having ascension symptoms or what's going on with my body? Any insight would be helpful.
Yeah. So the first thing that I see is that you're not in your body. And actually, I find that to be very common for a lot of people. I was talking about the multidimensional bodies. And the one that is usually the one that goes in and out of your body is your spirit. And your spirit is not in your body. So if your spirit is not in your body, then the soul, it doesn't know that it needs to be. The soul is the vitality of your body. It's, the life force of your body. If the spirit is not there, then the soul doesn't know that it has still a job to do. But the soul feels the physical body. So for you, I see that disconnect, that missing piece. So that's on that level. I also see that you have a lot of dryness in your body. And that dryness, so if you can imagine, like if you can even imagine, if you look at the spine, when it's unctuous, when it has a lot of moisture and hydration, there's a lot of flexibility and movement. When it's dry, it's like brittle and tight, it doesn't want to move. And that creates pain and irritation around the nerves, around the muscles, around the fascia. So there's a lot of dryness in your body. And the other thing, you know, you were mentioning, I'm really trying, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. At that emotional level, I see unworthiness. And when I look at, well, what is this disease really about? It's also connected to your unworthiness that is there. And that feels like it's from 5 lifetimes ago that you brought it into this lifetime. So, you know, is this an ascension symptom? Yes, of course, because it's showing up because you are now ready to complete it. You are now ready to heal from it. So obviously there's a lot going on here that and not enough time to do it here, but let me see what I can do for you. Okay, go ahead and take a deep breath. I actually it feels like the most important thing is to bring your spirit up because that's going to begin to feel your soul. It's going to begin to feel who you are at, you know, and it's increase your vitality. And your vitality is like the fountain of you, right? It pours and it nourishes. So go ahead and take a deep breath and we'll see where your spirit is. Yeah, your spirit is out in a different galaxy. Okay, we're just going to bring it back. Go ahead, take a deep breath. It's very happy exploring. So we're just reminding it that its purpose is to be here now with you on this. That is this, along with that purpose of being an explorer and bringing back knowledge and information. Okay, go ahead and take one more deep breath. And you may start to experience a warmth because I can see the silver cord coming in, being pulled in. Go ahead and take one more deep breath. And now standing on your left side. So the unworthiness creates lack of relationship. So you want to cultivate the relationship with your spirit, and that means cultivating a relationship with yourself. Self-love, you're loving all of who you are. When you love yourself, you're loving all of who you are. So you're loving the spirit, the light, you know, that divine essence within you. So go ahead and take one more deep breath. We're just going to see if we can invite it to come in. Take a deep breath and notice how you feel. What I'm seeing is like like the fountain, right? As soon as your spirit came into your body, it went up, you know, just it started overflowing. So that's the vitality. Your spirit came in, your soul said, oh, I have a job to do. So it's it started increasing the vitality, that connection with your spirit, and then that fuel for your body. So they're still not quite integrated. So you're gonna, you know, the practice for you is gonna be to cultivate the relationship with your spirit, with your soul, with yourself, so that it's a beautiful, cohesive energy, oneness, unity.
How did
Okay.
it go out?
This break goes out for many reasons. Yeah, it goes out at night into the astral plane to explore different galaxies. The soul also has a mission. It also goes out to heal itself or to heal others. So it's very common. It's not uncommon, but the key is to have the relationship so that it does come back to you and supports all the other parts of who you are.
And how do I cultivate the relationship? Continue to
Self-love. Self-love, yeah.
Well, thank you for so much.
Absolutely. So self-love, honoring yourself for who you are, accepting yourself for who you are, knowing that you're valuable, you're a gift to the world. So really embodying all of that. I'm a gift to the world. I deserve. I am creation. As creation, I have my divine inheritance that is available to me. Everything is available to me. I deserve to have the life that I know, my ideal life. So if you lean into that You're saying yes to you. You're saying yes to the value of creation that you are. And that ignites the relationship. And then you'll see the universe, your guides, your angels, everybody coming to support you because you're saying, of course I deserve. This is what I want. This is what's available to me. This is what's mine. And that becomes orchestrated for you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful.
Absolutely. And I invite you again to come into the programs or even to do a one-on-one session so we can look at and further work with, the conditions and symptoms that you're experiencing.
Thank you again. Thank you very much.
I have beautiful success stories about that too. Yeah, just recently. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Thank you.
wonderful.
To be honest, if we just got us all more back in our body, that would be pretty valuable. One time, I guess probably like 15 or 16 years ago, I had a coach say, well, how much of you do you actually think you have in your body? And it was really low. It's like 30% or something like that. And she said, well, has it been unsafe to be in your body? And I think I almost came up with, it wasn't as fun being in my body. It was like more fun playing out in the field, right? And then until I realized that I can have both.
Right. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
You can be all in and you can be an infinite being and expand it out and do it all too.
Absolutely.
And that's a lot better. Although I have to admit that when you did do the group session, I felt like I kind of wasn't fully connected when we got back to, I kind of went, woo, and I needed to be reminded to come back in. Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah, sometimes when we're having so much fun and we enjoy it, we want to stay there a little bit longer. So if we're able to come back, then we'll say, like, oh yeah, I didn't come back. I didn't come back from where it was.
Yeah, well, it's nice to have your vigilance system drop too with it. So you're like all chill and relaxed and everything. And that does feel good, especially in this world where we're like constantly like in chaos. Yeah, havoc. Whew. All right, let's talk about that package. There's 2 packages, you guys. There's one with just a digital offer and one with 2 lives. So I'm going to share the bigger package and then Maria will talk about the difference right at the end. I will put both links in the chat. Here we go.
I mean, gosh, either one that you choose, I'm sure there's going to be so much to be gained from either. But wow, if this is just a mini, like, my goodness.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I just feel, like I said, I think I'm going to be sleeping with you because I feel like, I'm going to get the codes that I want. And I'm also going to get to a good night's sleep. All right, Maria, do you mind going through this massive package of yours?
Yeah, go ahead. Since you were talking about sleeping, the other thing that you can do for anyone is to play it in the background. Play
it in the background. Okay.
Yeah. So this package, again, we know and we're aware that we're moving into a new state of consciousness. There's a new flow of energy that is coming in. So this package is really about, with ease and gentleness, letting go and completing whatever yesterday was, whatever last year was, so that you can now, moving forward, be able to hold what is available to you, have that container, that energetic container available to you. So we start with the healing. This is a beautiful healing meditation in which a lot of the layers, the emotional, the physical layers that are holding you back from taking action, from stepping forward, from showing up in the way that you want to show up, to complete them. And it's really important, we address the body because we're in the body and we need the energy, we need the vitality. We address the spirit and the energetic body because, again, we need to hold that space, and we want to have the capacity as well to be able to manifest what we want to create. So as you go through these modules, you're moving through an expansion. from different layers of who you are, the physical body, the emotional body, to the energetic body here with the chakra systems, and especially the many chakras, which are the lower chakras for you to be able to manifest and bridge into this reality what you want to be able to, what you want to have in this world, and really create, create your generational wealth, create your legacy and start building your empire. This is all available to you. Beautiful. And to do that, we get to step into and be and hold that consciousness of prosperity, of abundance, of wealth. And when we can hold that, there is no lack. There is no lack of time, lack of energy, lack of resources. We operate in abundance. And then we want to clear, as I was mentioning, sometimes they're not from this timeline. So we want to clear whatever is still hooked into us, because this is part of the ascension that we're here. We're here to complete what hasn't been completed so that we can continue to evolve and evolve into and create into that level of enlightenment. So we want to release any entanglements. We want to raise our vibration. So all of this is supporting you get into this level of raising your vibration that matches, so that it matches, resonates with what you're bringing in, what you're creating in your life. And we do that at different levels. So here we're clearing, some of the lower vibrational stuff, like the entity attachments, the curses, the black magic, all of that. And we're doing this again because your spirit goes into different timelines. You brought a lot of information. You're carrying your ancestral karmic contracts. So we want to step into freedom of it all. And the freedom is the embodiment of your higher potential, self-actualization, abundance and prosperity, and the embodiment of all that you are, the goddess nature. The goddess nature is the powerful divine within you that helps you manifest with these, but it's very powerful, and it also amplifies healing as well. So as we move into this new way of being, we're moving away from the efforting, from the guessing, from we have to work hard, we have to prove ourselves to who we are. And then we continue to embody that by activating, again, the divine feminine and recognizing that that is the creative part of us. It is the part of us that births ideas. It's the part of us that helps us bring forth into this reality. And you move into mastery by recognizing your patterns. So every day you're different than you were yesterday. Every day you recognize that little story, or when this situation comes up, what I used to do was stop or give up or sabotage. But now I recognize that pattern and I'm moving into mastery as an observer, and I release it, and you move into becoming limitless. And as an entrepreneur, having that divine alignment with your business is important, because your business is energy, it's an entity, and it also has a purpose. So to create ease and flow, we want to be in that divine partnership. So again, as you can see, we're addressing your multidimensional bodies. We're addressing wealth and prosperity and how you receive it, and as well as your divine relationship with your business, because you're in that alignment, or you're here in that divine contract as well. And then, of course, you have the classes that are available to you. And in the classes, this is a live masterclass. So here we are stepping into that further clarity, purpose, manifestation. And we actually go through my manifesting blueprint in that course, or in that first masterclass. And in the second masterclass, we go deeper into that vibrational alignment. And, we're talking about the plan, the clarity, the vision, the what's next. But also when we talk about what's next and taking action, is divine action, is guided action, is being in that, this just feels really right because I am already aligned with this. So it's coming from within. And that's the clarity, and that's the vision, and that's the alignment, and that's the embodiment that we want to get to, where you're in absolute certainty of what you're creating, and also knowing that it's coming. In that expectancy, I take this step, I expect this to happen. I take this step and I expect this to happen. And then you have a couple of these beautiful, powerful bonuses. embodying the frequency of gratitude to unlock your soul's wealth. Earlier I said divine inheritance, divine right inheritance. As creation, abundance, wealth, prosperity, all of that are energies that are part of who we are. They're available to us. There's no efforting, there's no hard work. They're part of who we are, but we've forgotten and we moved away. We created separation. And that's what we're coming back to. We're coming back to all of this is mine. Now that I remember that it is within me, then I can come back and have it. And these are very beautiful testimonies of women that have worked with me in the past where we clear blocks for manifesting, for accessing their spiritual gifts and allowing them to be more in the flow, where we released blocks around money and prosperity, where they were able to create more in their life faster than they thought it was possible. So all of this is really available to you to step into your higher awareness, to access more of your potential, to release the pain in every level of your body, align your bodies, bring them into alignment with your operating system, aligned with your divine blueprint, so that you can create what you want to create and know that it's available and live in that expectancy. And that's the bigger package. And the smaller package includes the first modules that we shared.
Fabulous.
Yes. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So it's all everything except for the 2 live calls.
And Maria, will you be providing the dates and the new dates for those 2 live calls, and we can get those up as well? You may not have to do it right this second, but just know that those are still available for the callers,
Yes.
for the participants.
Live.
Yes,
Yeah.
good.
Yes, they'll be on a Thursday at 12:30.
Okay.
Beginning the 18th of April.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. We'll get those updated for you, and just know that everyone's still welcome to join those. And I mean, it's just being live with you right now and just doing this is just what a mini taster of what can be expected, and that just really massive change. And golly, like I just get excited for anyone that's really feeling called to work with you, because I mean, we've interviewed lots of people and I've experienced lots of different guests, and you really bring a lot of wisdom from a lot of time to Earth and to the people and to today. And so I just thank you for following that calling to do this and share this in this way with everyone. So powerful.
How long would you say these are they audios, or are they videos, or both? Or
the audios, some of them are audio, some of them are videos. Like the first couple of ones are MP3s, and then the last bonuses are MP3s. The other ones are modules, and they're about 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
And when I just wanted to add one thing, it's not the beginning of the year, but it is now. We're experiencing all these beautiful energies, and I always say that we get this opportunity, to start over. Every day is a new day to start over, and we know we want something different. So we want to feel into what is going to support me to create that change, to move into the next level, to have what I truly desire. So I really want to ask everyone to feel into that and take action, because if we don't take action, it's always going to be the same, right? If we don't move into that next level, then we're not matching what we desire. We're going to create the same thing we've been creating.
Yeah.
And this is so available to us right now. Like, everything is available to us: money, wealth, prosperity. And yes, it does take a different beingness. But that's what this course is about: is to help you move into a new beingness, to get to the next level of yourself, and allow, give to yourself, allow yourself to receive what the universe is trying to provide, trying to bring to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. That was dang cool. All right. Wow. Joe said, thank you, Maria. So powerful. I would have to agree.
My pleasure.
That was so good.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming back and being on camera and all the good
Absolutely.
stuff. Yeah,
It was fun and
fabulous.
just so generative.
You guys,
Thank you.
I put the links in the chat, separates both of them. I also wanted you to know that if you're watching this on a replay, it's somewhere on this page or in the caption.
And both will be highlighted there. So package A and package B. So we're calling them digital package and big package.
Yeah, big package and digital package.
Yes.
Penny asked, is there time for more questions? Well,
I think we're probably coming to a
To a
complete.
conclusion,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. But I do, the readings, the facilitation, the change, the activations, they all are for everyone, everyone on this call, everyone listening on the replay. You are experiencing what is most being called to, change and make wow to elevate here if you're listening, no matter how you're listening. So thank you for joining us and thank you for being a part of this as well.
Thank you. And I just want to say for the ones that still have questions, in those 2 live calls, we'll have opportunity for you to ask your questions, for you to get a mini reading, mini healing, for us to address what for you has been a challenge. So absolutely we'll have time there. Thank
That's
you.
awesome. Thank
you
you.
so much, Maria.
Thank you, everyone. Lots of love
All
to
right.
you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye. All right, you guys. So that would be a cool experience to hang with Maria for 2 live sessions. You might not know who you are after all that. So, oh my goodness, thank you guys. We are going to have, you all are invited to join us for the lounge. Surprise.
Yes.
We decided yesterday that we are going to just see who wants to give it a try. If you do want to give it a try, because you're kind
you
of
have to
on
do
the
is just
fence,
show up.
Just show up. It's the same place. We are going to meet at 12 p.m. Pacific. So we're going to take a short break, clear out the Zoom. And if you feel that you want to come back or you are a part of the lounge already, I'm like looking forward to actually meeting you and talking to you and
Here in the same Zoom link, yes.
Same Zoom
So
link
go
as
ahead
this, but we are going to wrap.
Let me put it in the chat. Just
And
so
it's
that you have
really
it.
for the people that want to be a part. Penny's like, I've been listening to you. That's so fun that some of you guys found me again. Yeah, I quit. Like legit, Penny. I left for a little while and was doing other little things. So
And divine timing
Yeah.
came back. So we're excited
A few of you guys are like, and I had no list because I thought I was out. So I killed my list and everything. So I'm glad that you have come back to play. So I hope you guys join us in the lounge. Do you have anything else to say before we say
No,
goodbye?
I just thank you all. Thank you for being the contribution that you are and for showing up and being that for everyone else. Yay.